Right, ladies and gentlemen, so today Thursday, May 22nd, and we of course just provide the presentations about the TMX just to give for the people understanding how all of that is works in the decentralized field, in the DeFi field, and you just basically have a chance, of course, guys, to be an early investors together with us and just the great create the great profit for you because you must understand that the best profit you can catch when you join on the early stage, when you join on the seed round, when you join on the private sale, when the company is created, right? When some startup is created. So that's the best chance for you guys, also for us to get some shares. Yeah, and that shares will gonna grow, obviously, because that's what we already just have right here. That's something unique. And of course, guys, decentralized exchanges, DeFi field, that's the future. So Brian, he started to catch some really great trades. So he showed us basically how he doing that. Also, we're gonna provide for you some details today exactly about how to buy the TMX tokens so you can see that. And it's gonna be the really cool presentation. So Brian, you can start just maybe with some trades to show to the
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that works. That's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? All right, I'll see you later. My buddy's here. We're
All
talking
right.
about trading. He's in TMX as well, and my buddy Junior. So, what is up? Thursday. We had a great Zoom last night, great Zoom yesterday during the day. We got today, and then next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably Thursday again. Two Zooms probably on Wednesday, but just diving into some trading. I'm just, if you fall in love with this, some people are like, oh, how do you do it? Like, it is exciting. I don't know. Especially when you set stop losses and you do it the correct way. I've been following multiple different traders along with Jake and his expertise on when to get in a trade, when's a great time to buy, when's a great time to sell, where the resistance is. And then you look at other traders that are doing scalping. I do more of a scalping instead of day trading. So I'm going to jump into here. So, okay, this is weeks. We'll get into this. What I've been doing lately is I've been trading a little bit on MEXC, and a lot of these I do buy and sells when it kind of dips really far down. I watch it come, I watch it come. I see this last level right here, and then I'll put a limit buy way down here and it hit. And then, goes up and you sell. Simple as that. That's what I've been doing, but you got to be quick on the trigger doing these really fast on how you set those stop losses really quick. So I post a lot of the trades in there. Some I don't. $5, 195, $22, 17, 104, 343, 33, 160, 316, 317. I took a lot of trades today. And I try not to literally stay in them more than 15, 20 seconds. I set that stop loss and be done. So I'm out of every trade on MEXC today completely. So let's go over to weeks. This is where our token will get listed, right? So our token will get listed here. What you do is you set up a weeks account. You'll get a link from Tim. You go in, you set your account up. You can send in some crypto. I would say send in like $100, play with it. You'll click on deposit. You'll send in the type of crypto that you want. You got Ethereum, send in Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDT, Ethereum. There you can literally send a lot. Some are suspended, some aren't, so just send what you got in there. And one thing you can do is you can play with spot. I would say send in USDT if you have it, or if you send another coin, swap it to USDT. You're going to go to your spot account, right? On spot. So here on spot, you're going to come in here and you're going to see here. Let me make myself smaller. This is not leverage trading. This is where you safely trade crypto. So if you would have bought Bitcoin at 105,000 and you would have put a for sale on here, a limit order of like 111,000, it would have sold and triggered that sell. And you would have, if you bought a whole Bitcoin at 105 and then you sold it at 111, you'd make $6,000 in USDT because it went up. That's Bitcoin, right? So say we're gonna do what coin can we do? Ethereum here. We got Ethereum, or so Ethereum right here is sitting at 2655. Okay. That's awesome. We are really pumped. It's moving. When this moves more and more, all the alts are going to just go. So I have available, you can see down here, I have 1100, $40. That's what I got in USDT. So if I wanted to buy some Ethereum, I could put a limit buy. Let's say if I wanted to buy, I don't know, let's just say $205, but I don't want to buy at 2,655. I want to buy it like 250. So you could put that, and when it goes down to 250, it buys that. That's how spot works when you have USDT. So you put that limit order in, limit order, and it orders it, bang, you got Ethereum at 250, the amount you put in. You can walk away from your computer. If it goes down further, doesn't matter. You're not like losing extra money. You just have your money in Ethereum at that price that you chose. Okay. So let's say you have TMX. Let's say we launch at $2. You move it over here and you want to sell 10% of it. So you're going to have your TMX token sitting in your MetaMask or your Trust wallet. Let's say you bought 10,000 tokens, right, worth, and you move 1,000 tokens over here. So what you would do is you'll end up choosing TMX at the top up here. And, just like our exchange, there's one called GMX right here. Every time I do it, it goes right to GMX, DMX. So that's some DMX for you. So now we go here, we look at GMX. GMX, the price it's at right now is 16.33. Awesome. That started at 90 cents, folks. It's pretty cool how that is. They're always in gains, like Jake has talked about. So let's say it's $2. So you're already in it because you moved TMX over here. You got your TMX $2, but you want to put a sell at $10 because then you'll take that 1,000 tokens and you're going to turn it in like 1,000 tokens hits $10. I mean, you do the math. That's freaking awesome. That's a lot of money. I mean, if you need me to do the math in front of you, I'll do the math. So let's take 10 times 1,000. $10,000, right? It was $2,000 because you'd have 1,000 tokens times two is $2,000. So you just made $8,000 profit. But you just set it at 10. You move the amount that you want to sell, which would be like all of it if you were selling 10% of your 10,000 tokens. And when that hit $10, that's when that magic happens, right? So one thing I want to show you guys on here is not only, is there regular coins, but there's a lot of new coins. So you can see new coins are down, new coins are up, right? What makes these coins special? Well, a lot of people will look at them and see how much liquidity is in them, where they're at. They'll track like their telegrams, their discords, their Twitter. They'll look and say what utility of these tokens have. When they see that TMX is actually a utility token to a decentralized layer two exchange, they're going to go, wow, this has potential because they'll think instantly of Hyperliquid or GMX. So that have done really, really well. So you can see these coins have pumped. So this could be ours. We could jump up 59%. I've seen on here where they were 1,000%. So you got a new coin. These people are buying them now on the exchange at this price. We're going to get them through our TGE right now at the rock bottom price before it even gets listed. So anything it does on the exchange, you're already winning. You are absolutely already winning. So you're going to put your tokens here, a percentage of them that you want to do. And like listening to Jake too, guys, what he said is, with the potential pumps, you can put 10% of the tokens into weeks, keep 90% to stake into TMX. With that 10%, you'll make probably what you put in of the whole 100%. Okay, do you hear that? Like, that's really cool. You know what I mean? So we're going to teach you in time constantly, especially when it comes out. I want to jump on as fast as I can and show you guys how to put that spot trade in. But that's kind of how you do it. It's hard to show you without actually showing you, showing you other coins. So that is what to me is really cool, huge potential. I mean, I play it safe in these accounts. I got in total 15,000. I've showed you guys I started with 2,499. I take a lot and I move it back over to spot. I do that constantly. I buy random tokens just to let them sit there to see what happens. One thing too, I did a trade earlier on my futures account. So on the futures, and it's coming back, which is okay. But this trade, I got in right here. I was kind of like watching this, watching this. I got in really right here. You can see where the long starts over here. And then it started going up. Well, I took some profit. I took profit along the way. So if I go to my, position history here, if it loads, order history, I took $78 once and I took $32. I paid a $10 fee, $10.50 fee, $1.06 fee right here. These fees go to the, in TMX, they'll be going to the token stakers and the liquidity providers, the LPs, liquidity provision, liquidity providers. Now the rest, I'm in complete profit. It is coming down, but I don't know. I feel like it's going to pump, but if it does come down, I have a stop loss right here. I just got it. I could set it right here. If it hits that stop loss, it hits the stop loss. I really don't care because I'm already up over $100. So you can see here's the stop loss right here. If it hits that, I would make 20 bucks. Oh well, cool. If it pumps all the way up later on in the day, I'd make $758. So I'm literally risking nothing just to let this sit here and ride out. I'll either make $20, add on to the 110 I've already made, basically, minus the $11 in fees, so $99 I've made. So yeah, I mean that's the way to do it. You get in, you set a stop loss. I can walk away from this. It comes up and hits this back over here where that resistance I feel is up here. I mean, kind of like right here, it hit that resistance, but if it comes back, I believe it'll pop through it and go because people are going to be selling some of that Bitcoin and moving it to the alt. So that's something I wanted to share. And you know what I mean? So either way, I make $20 or 700. I hope I make 700. So what we have here, this is TMX. You don't have to trade. You don't have to be a trader. You don't have to even set up a Weeks account. You don't have to set up any other exchanges. The advantage of going on other exchanges is to get more volume, more people seeing our token, and a lot more people holding our token and being a part of the TMX token community. Well, we are a TMX exchange. This isn't some node company. This isn't a daily hype company where you're getting paid percentages daily. Your percentages will fluctuate here because you're getting paid on traders' fees. So launching at the very beginning, we did a private sale. We raised over $871,000. We moved over our whole community from Trade Tribe that we've been working with for over a year and a half. Never, ever had a month where people couldn't do a withdrawal. People got paid. They doubled their accounts, if not more, unless you joined at the very, I wouldn't say end, but during the part where we started talking about TMX, because it's the potential here is 10, 20, 50 to 100x greater than Trade Tribe. And you know what? Trading's risky. Trading's very stressful. And if the market dumped right now, luckily I'm not in any trades, but if I was, it would hit all my stop losses and I would probably lose a bunch. So what we have here is an exchange. Exchanges make all the money. Me, Tim, David, a lot of people that are on the Zoom are in our Telegram chats, and we're constantly sharing when people they're like, oh my God, Bitcoin moved 10%. I'm like, how much got liquidated? And what I mean by liquidated would mean the traders that are in trades when it moves at 10%, if I don't have this stop loss, if I have the stop loss down here, you can go here to the trigger point. I'll show you. If I have it down there, that would be a loss of $232. Most of that goes to the exchange. The other part goes to the fees. So the fees pay the traders, that not the traders, sorry, the stakers or the liquidity providers, right? So that's liquidating. Some people don't even set a stop loss and they 100x their money or 500x and they lose all of it. And it's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? So I would never tell anybody to go do futures trading. It's really hard. If you want to do it, get a demo, play with it, and see how stressful it is playing with a demo. But spot trade is nothing like that. It's a way to make good money just buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high. You don't have to trade it, daily trade it, scalp it, and do all this stuff and stare at screens. So with that, we have an exchange. 2 days ago, there was over $1 billion liquidated. I don't know if it was like a couple hours or all day. I can't remember. But Bitcoin moved like 10%. So longs made money, shorts lost all their money. There's so many people getting wrecked right now. So that money goes to the exchanges. That will beef up liquidity so fast for our exchange. And what that does is bring on more traders. With more liquidity brings more traders, right? That's just how it works. More liquidity, more traders, more fees for the stakers and the liquidity provider. So you, me, myself, and everybody on here, or you watching this, have a chance of getting the token at a rock bottom price. You can buy it next month at a higher price. It doesn't matter. You can buy it 3 months from now at an even higher price, but why not buy it low and sell high, right? So this is a token generating event. This is a public event. We're posting this everywhere. Anybody could join. You can set up a referral code. We'll need your wallet address to your MetaMask or your Trust wallet. Those are the most two popular ones. We've raised over 122 Ethereum. Our cap is 485. If we don't get that, who cares? That just gives everybody else more tokens because no matter what, 500,000 TMX tokens are going out. If we raise 485, there's just less tokens going out to those people at a higher price. If we raise less, there's the same amount of tokens going out with the price just a little bit lower. We go on to an exchange like Weeks, maybe some other top tier exchanges, there's going to be a big pump and all those people just got extra money. So honestly, I don't even want anybody else to buy, so I get more tokens. You know what I mean? I'll keep buying to get more tokens, but I don't want anybody else to buy. I mean, that's just selfish and greedy of me. I'm just joking, but that's kind of how it works. Because that is the truth on how it's just transparent distribution. So TGE, this is a TGE operates on a first come, first serve basis with the total amount raised determining the launch price. Like I said, we raised 485 Ethereum. It pairs to TMX at 0.00097. If we, raise less, it'll be a little bit lower on this to Ethereum. So when Ethereum pumps, that's great for us too. So this is your opportunity to be a part of something exciting from the very, very, very beginning. Think of your favorite tokens. This is what David told me. He's like, man, can you imagine getting ADA before it launched, or the Pancake Swap token, or Uniswap token, or XRP before, like getting told, hey, you can buy some of these tokens before it goes on exchanges. I'm like, man, I probably wouldn't even have done it because I would have did the same thing I did with Bitcoin and say, oh, that's crazy. It's not even real. Well, we know it's real. Bitcoin's $111,000 a token now. So we have utility, we have an exchange, we have a potential here to do something great for all of us. You're listening to this, you're in that situation. You hear this later on, I'm sorry. You can still grab them. We're still going to pump this thing to 50 to 100x. So key details, 2.5 of the total supply is equivalent to 500,000. That's it. Our supply, our tokenomics are going to slowly release tokens. You have to purchase TMX tokens to use our exchange to trade with. We'll have a Visa card, prepaid Visa card. You'll have to purchase TMX tokens to be able to get the Visa card. And we are going to be the only layer 2 Ethereum Arbitrum network exchange that has a Visa card. That's exciting for anybody and everybody because there are other exchanges like GMX.io that are on the Arbitrum network. You go here, you click launch app, you can connect your wallet, you can put funds in and start trading. Literally insane. They have $541 million in total liquidity right now. They make over $110 million a year between fees and profit. This is what we took our engine from, our open source. We took their open source code. We added some more changes that are going to be audited by a very creditable company, the same one that they got theirs audited from, and we launch ours. So there's no funniness, no back doors, nobody getting rug pulled, nothing like that. Once this exchange launches and it's all audited, it's a smart contract. It just goes. You don't have to worry about your money getting locked up. It's going to be in your wallet. So with this, like I said, all TGE participants will acquire TMX tokens at the same rate, depending on how much you put in. It shows right here your potential allocation, 6,769. That will go down with more people joining. People always join towards the end. So how to deposit, Arbitrum 1, minimum deposit is 0.05. So you can see up here, I'm on the Arbitrum One network at the top right. There's my MetaMask. You click on MetaMask up here, top right. You can see tokens right here. Arbitrum, there's right here. All right, I'm going to go purchase 0.05 deposit. If you're putting a certain amount in, leave a little bit for gas because you'll need like a couple dollars for gas fees. Well, something went wrong. I always do that. You got to refresh the page. Sorry, folks. So there you go. 0.05 is the minimum. Hit deposit, confirm. You'll see that. Oh, what am I doing wrong here?
Yeah, just maybe
Refresh.
some mistake in the wallet. I'm not sure. Just check, Brian.
No, I think it went through because I just saw it on Telegram. It posted.
Am I
Yep.
buying it over and
Oh,
over
okay.
again?
Yeah.
There you go. Let's see. Yep, there it is. There's two of them. Woohoo! All right, I bought it twice. Who cares? I got more tokens. So you can see I just made two purchases. It's in our Telegram. Join our Telegram as well. If you guys can drop that link in there. But we provide tons of good information, talk about trade setups, report scammers. We hate scammers. They suck. Zoom replays, we drop all those in here, how to invest, how to purchase TMX tokens with your Ethereum, marketing tools, how you can actually share this online and go at it that way. We got a merch store coming and issues if you got any issues. Luckily, look, no issues. I love that part. So this is our page. You go in, you set it up, you purchase that way. Besides that, guys, I mean, why to join? It's exclusive access to TMX tokens before it launches. Our community is nothing but fair and transparent. If you've been here for a year and a half, you obviously know. If you haven't, well, welcome to to transparent people with integrity that are only going to do the right thing. So we're going to fuel the future with a TMX ecosystem. Like that's what we're doing here. We're going to have our token all over the top tier exchanges. So really, I can go into it and fluff you a little bit, but this is a chance of a lifetime to get in before this thing hits the ground floor level of a CTX listing, which means a centralized exchange. That's where we're going. That's what Weeks is. Yes, we'll be on, let's move this. Everything's always in the way. We'll be on Uniswap. Okay, cool. That I want to be on a centralized exchange. I don't care about Uniswap. So that's what we got here. Set up your referral system. I've referred over 76 Ethereum. 76 Ethereum. Are you kidding me? I'm going to make more, it looks like, from potential enrollments than I will from my own 1.7 Ethereum. And another part too, all you got to do is connect your wallet to this page, give us your wallet, and you'll get a referral link. You don't even have to go and purchase tokens. You can refer, and earn tokens that way that go directly and connect directly to your wallet. When this launches, right before it launches, we'll put this contract address right here. We'll go right here to MetaMask, import tokens, bam, paste it, choose the network, go down here, Arbitrum, paste the token address, hit next, bam, it'll pop up. Your tokens will show up right there. So, that's kind of all I have for today, but like this is a huge opportunity. A lot of people on here are already in. If you're new, just ask some more questions. We can jump on personal Zooms, get in where you fit in. I've had friends put in 50K, 20K, 200 and something $1,000 as well. So, and it's a real deal program. It's a real exchange. This isn't anything there's nothing. We don't have to rely on traders. We don't have to rely on AI bots, systems, and sports betting, or this isn't some meme coin. This is real deal stuff. You're getting paid from traders' fees and from regular people just swapping tokens in and out. We'll show you how to sell it. We'll teach you along the way how to make the most money from your money through our exchange and through other exchanges as well, because there'll be chances to stake our token in exchanges like Weeks that already have 7 million users that have a ton of volume. So you can start getting paid that way and start getting paid from ours. So that's all I got, guys. And I love the shirt. We're gonna get some more shirts, right? If
Yeah,
Brad's,
yeah.
we do it for the t-shirt.
We
Yeah,
do it
they
for the
did
t-shirt.
great.
Yeah, that was good stuff. The shirts, the apparel should be done. I swear I keep saying that. I said that last week, but everything should be completed by no later than tomorrow. So that'll be up and running. But great overview, Brian. I mean, I'm pumped up basically about once we get our exchange because I want to pick Brian's brain, learn how to do some spot trading, and see what I can do about making those gains like him and Jerry and Jake. I mean, it's amazing what you can do with that, right?
I think I forgot to share, David. We
Yeah,
have
go ahead.
over
Yeah.
Yeah,
843 followers on
yeah,
our X community right now. So
yeah.
make sure you get on there and you invite everybody to that because that's just going to help our listings of our tokens more and more and more.
Yeah. Follow X if you haven't followed already. But real fast, you guys, I just want to say something. If you guys are watching the replay right now, one of the questions that we come across is how does an exchange make money, right? Brian just went over it. He did a really good job explaining it. But for some people, it takes a few times to kind of wrap your head around it. But when you come in right now, he already said, think about your favorite token or your favorite exchange for that matter, right? Because this is night and day, a token launch versus an exchange launch. Now, with the exchange, Brian yesterday on the Zoom call, and even today, he showed basically how he does trades. But yesterday on the Zoom, he showed every trade that he takes, there's fees involved. So just imagine when we have our TMX exchange launch, right? How many traders around the world, not just Brian, but how many traders around the world, thousands, tens of thousands, are going to be trading, and there's fees involved. That's one way that the exchange makes money. But also, Brian just mentioned when a trader gets liquidated, they might not set a stop loss. There's a lot of volume coming in that way. Now, this is where you guys come in. We all come in. If we come in and we buy the token early, okay, not only are you going to make money that way because you're getting at a discounted rate, like GMX started at 90-cent pre-sale, went all the way to $91, right? So just imagine as that token pumps, so does your portfolio, right? But remember, TMX is paying 70%, okay? 70%. 50% goes to the liquidity providers, 20% goes to the stakeholders, and 30% goes to the exchange. So there's always going to be money, there's always going to be liquidity. And if you kind of wrap your head around, wow, this is a win-win-win where I can buy the token early, I can buy and hold, or if I want to take out everything, because remember, you have 1000% control of what you do, right? This is it. This is not like what Brian said. If you're gonna, people are buying, spending money, buying into these 2%, 3% a day Ponzi schemes. This is not like that at all. This is something where you guys are at the ground floor, and it's an exciting time right now because there's gonna be a lot of people changing their lives financially. So I'm really excited about that. But I kind of just want to share that because there's a lot of people that have that same question, and I understand it, and it's okay because it took me a while to understand how does an exchange work, even though we know Uniswap, PancakeSwap, all these other exchanges. But how does it really work and how do they make money? That's basically it in a nutshell. What Brian went over, what I just went over right now. But if you guys have any questions, pick our brain. But I'm pumped up, excited, and just want to share that with you guys.
Yeah, that's great. Like, nothing really more, just like I'm gonna add because like guys, they just really provide all the information today, which is the pretty cool. Just what I want to say, guys, that buy the TMX token right now because it's still early. Yeah, it's like token generation event where you can buy by the great price. And like after that, of course, like so many people, they were gonna buy from the market. Yeah, like they were gonna buy on the weeks, on other exchanges, and the price gonna be much more. Yeah, so like there's the chance right now to buy by the best price and of course make the most profit. Yeah, so like if anyone have the questions, you can post them in the chat or just raise the hand, but I can't see nobody today who have any questions basically. Yeah, so I think we're good, guys. Yeah, so like Brian did a great job as always. Dave, you also great. So we're gonna see all of you guys from Monday, yeah, with Jake trades, with the live trading, with all of the great details, and of course recording gonna be posted soon. So thanks everyone, and happy weekends and stay blessed.